Thank you for joining us today for the Living Word. We call it the Living Word because Jesus is the Living Word. He was the Word made flesh. Let's start this week by looking at Romans 8, chapter 8, verse 31. We'll start in verse 31. What shall we then say to these things? So all these things that might come against you, trying to get you to feel alone, not worthy, but what shall we say to these things? If God is for us, so that's something you have to make a decision today. Is God for you? And the only way you'll know for sure if he's for you, by going into the Word of God and finding out what he did for you, how he sent Jesus for you, because he loved you so much. So if God's for you, and now we know he is, and you have to be convinced that he's for you, then who can be against you? What things can be against you? Oh, you might say, well, this is against me, or that's against me. True. Things will come against us. But when God's for us, those things that come against us cannot prosper. Nothing is greater than the power of God. We say, oh yeah, well maybe God does this or that, or it's not his will. But God and his word are one. So if the word is for you, who can be against you? And then it says, he that spared not his own son, but delivered him up for us all, how shall he not with him also freely give us all things? You have to realize today, God is for you. Nothing is greater than the word of God in your life. And God gave his son for you because you're so valuable and precious to him. It says, will he not then freely give you all things? All things are yours. All the promises of God are yours through the finished work of Jesus.